Good morning, or good afternoon, good day, whatever time you're getting here. Welcome to Morning Musings with Maya Peach. First, let's go ahead and get centered. Let's call in our guides. Please, any guides, spirit guides, ancestors, our higher selves that are willing to come and help us and guide us today for this next week, we like to call you in now. All right, so let's get started. So let's go ahead and see what the color of the day is. It's red again. So this week again, we are still trying to focus on the root chakra. And that is, as I said, trying to ground and trying to stay connected to the world around you. So a lot of time with the upper chakras, we're very much in our own head and we're getting these insights that come from the divine, but you have to ground them in, and that's has to do with the root chakra, actually implementing these changes that you want to make. So powerful stuff. I first like to light my candle. And then normally I would do the color of the day. So then from there, we've got some advice to focus on the root chakra again, apparently. All right, and now I like to read from this book called A Cup of Comfort. It says it's a devotional for women, but it's really good advice for anyone. Today is the 23rd, so I'm going to go ahead and read to you from this. Career of Peace. God blesses those who work for peace, for they will be called the children of God. That's from Matthew chapter 5, verse 9. When Katie and Kayla squabble among themselves, their mother Eleanor reminds me, God blesses those who work for peace. Her words of caution always make me smile. Between sisters, peace rarely seems attainable. At times, we wonder whether peace is a reachable goal within the family of God as well. One day, hearing Eleanor's familiar correction, the word work stood out to me. Instantly, I knew that tiny word is crucial. In this world of quick fixes and instant potatoes, we like things to come easily for us, but peace takes work. If we can learn to smile through painful accusations, listen to differences of opinions, sincerely consider another's suggested plan, then peace will come to pass. I want to work for peace. I want to be known as Pam, blessed child of God. Nice. And then at the bottom, there's a quote. Make peace your career choice. It yields a large salary of blessings. So no matter what we do, we should be striving for peace. We should be listening to the people around us, to their opinions, considering their plans, and smile through sometimes painful accusations. It sounds like some difficult things to ground in, right? To actually bring into our reality, because a lot of the time when we feel triggered by something, our first instinct is to just like avoid it, and sometimes you do need to do that, but the idea is to try to become peaceful enough within yourself that you're able to process these sort of situations and experiences in a helpful way and sort of like bring the light to the shadows, because ultimately our goal is to be the light in our lives and for other people. And so that involves a lot of time in, an argument or a disagreement with someone, to be the level-headed person that, doesn't get triggered, doesn't get over emotional. Sorry, someone is calling me. And so it's really great advice. I am struggling with this right now because I am having issues in my marriage that have been long-standing, but my husband has not acted in the way that I hoped he would, I guess, on these issues that I have with our marriage. And so it makes me feel really like disrespected and just like not considered in the way I would like to be, not really loved in the way I want to be. So, but it's still of utmost importance that I express myself with love and truth to him, especially because I don't want to do something that is going to make him feel like I am not in his corner, or to make him feel like he should be defensive. You know, I want us to be able to work together in a peaceful way, right? So this takes a lot of mindfulness about how I speak to him and how I feel within myself. So it's just a lot of making sure I do the things that keep me emotionally grounded, like these rituals or yoga or meditating, so that I can be, you know, tapped into my own inner guidance enough and tapped into my own inner peace enough that I can show up in the way I want to for these difficult conversations. Everything, you know, like devotional for women, fill your soul the feminine way, it just has to do with the fact that the divine feminine is reawakening right now. It's not to say, you know, I mean, everybody, man or woman, has the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So this isn't just because it says the feminine way, doesn't mean this is just like advice only for women. It's not. And she says to just flip randomly. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and read both of these pages to you. The first starts with spirit practice, lessons from plants. And then this next thing is about getting grounded, like we've been talking about. So, again, it works out really perfectly when you have your guides here, you know, to help out. So, all right, spirit practice, lessons from plants. Buy a new plant to brighten your home, yard, or office. It doesn't matter what kind. Find a plant that speaks to you. Buy it a beautiful pot. Pick the perfect spot in your house that needs a lift and a new energy. The plant will flourish if the energy is good. The plant will begin to change or die if it needs attention or needs a new spot. And then she has just a more about how she was moving a plant around, and then it says, while you are building your intuition and learning a new language, you must check your own language, your language of self-blame. It is not your fault the plant is struggling, but you can open up to new guidance instead of accepting defeat. It's not that you are a bad gardener, but you do have to learn new ways to nurture plants and people. The feminine approach is to ask questions and get involved, no matter how awkward it might feel. Giving your plant more sunlight, moving it, talking to it, and listening to the plants requires you to slow down and receive the information. That's the feminine way. Taking the time to notice these little things means you're listening to guidance from the spirit world. If you can hear the plants, you can hear the birds and your spirit guides. They all have your best interest at heart and will lead you down your divine path. Okay. And now I'm just going to finish up with this getting grounded. Let's get grounded. Go for a walk outside and notice what you see. Breathe in and open the chest. Allow as much air as you can to come in. Imagine your body going from small and compressed to large and expansive, filled with air. I highly suggest this is our exercise we should do for the week. When you exhale, send out all your thoughts of the day, your life, your kids, your job. Do these 3 more times. Take your shoes off and allow your feet to touch the ground. Feel the balls of the feet, the arches, and the heels. Notice if you're standing on the front part of your feet, the back part, or the middle. Now try to stretch down and touch your toes. Now stretch up and touch the sun. Now stretch side to side and let the rib cage move. As you stretch, feel what emotion is coming up for you. Release the emotion from your body. Release it from your mind. Release it from your joints. Honor it. Notice it. Observe your surroundings. Appreciate your surroundings. Listen to the sounds. Continue to breathe. Exhale. Namaste. All right. So that was really perfect. Honestly, this exercise is about letting go of old, stagnant emotions so that you can make room for new things, new energy, new goals. So this is perfectly aligned with the new moon coming up, and I would highly suggest anybody who that resonates with, you should just completely, go do it. These cards are different. They're not regular tarot cards. They are called the Chakra energy cards, and they will deal with a certain chakra that we might have a blockage in. And they administer Reiki healing. So these are really special cards that actually Miss Lillian let me borrow a while ago, and I have fallen in love. So if she needs them back, I'll have to buy my own deck. So guides, ancestors, ascended masters, higher selves. What do we need to know for this week? What will help us move forward? The third chakra, which is the solar plexus, which is located about right here. You know, right where your rib cage starts. Yeah. And the solar plexus deals with your self-confidence and your self-image and self-love. So, third chakra, show this to you guys. Number 45. All of the abilities that I need in order to create a successful and fulfilled life are available to me here and now. All of the abilities that I need in order to create a successful and fulfilled life are available to me here and now. And even she says that if you put your finger on here and you say that affirmation 3 times, that you receive Reiki healing. So if you guys want to do that, I'll hold it right here. And you can literally put your finger on the screen and receive some healing that way. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and place this right here and then look up the detailed description of what that means. And then we'll go ahead and tune out. Okay. $45. So then you look in this book and it has a description of every single card. And even some scents and like crystals that go with it, in fact. So we have all of the abilities that I need in order to create a successful and fulfilled life are available to me here and now. Meaning, in whatever situation you may find yourself, know that it was, at least indirectly, chosen by your inner child and your higher self. As a result, there are no situations that are meaningless for you. Each of these experiences has been selected especially for you, so that you learn from it and can become increasingly happy as a result. Since everything has been put together for you in a meaningful way, you also always have possibilities available to you in order to be successful and fulfilled in the holistic sense. You only need to open yourself to the abundance of your possibilities and take advantage of them for yourself. The more you depend on your own abilities instead of the help of others, the more paths and doors will open up for you, and the more easily this will happen. The healing stones are peridot and aragonite. I've never heard of that. Fragrances are frankincense and oregano together in a ratio of 2 to 1. Interesting. And then there's a Bach flower, pine. So I don't know about you, but what I get from that is that there are infinite possibilities, and that with every move you make, you are opening yourself up to more and more possibilities, but you just have to be willing to see them. So a way to do that is to get in touch with that inner peace so that you can stay grounded and relying on yourself as opposed to looking outside of yourself for the answer, right? So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope I'll see you back here in a week. Thank you for coming to listen to Morning Musings with Maya Peach.